George Washington, the first President of the United States, is a figure of immense historical significance. His leadership and vision helped shape the nation, but there is more to his story than just his political achievements. Beyond his political achievements, his personal life, including his culinary habits, offers a fascinating glimpse into the man and his era. The food he enjoyed and the way he dined provide a window into the daily life of one of America's founding fathers. This essay explores the unique and sometimes surprising food preferences of George Washington, revealing a blend of simplicity, refinement, and a touch of indulgence. His table was a place where the rustic met the sophisticated, reflecting the diverse influences of colonial America. Join us on a culinary journey back to colonial America, where we'll uncover the tastes and traditions that graced Washington's table. From the bustling markets to the quiet kitchens, each meal tells a story of its own. Washington's diet, like many aspects of his life, was a reflection of his time. The food he ate was influenced by the agricultural practices of the era, the availability of ingredients, and the culinary traditions brought over by European settlers. The availability of ingredients, the social customs surrounding dining, and his own social standing all played a role in shaping his culinary experiences. Dining was not just about sustenance, it was a social event, a display of wealth and status. From simple, hearty meals to elegant dinners featuring imported wines, Washington's table showcased the diverse culinary landscape of 18th century America. His meals could range from the humble to the extravagant, reflecting the duality of his public and private lives. His preferences also reveal a man who appreciated both the bounty of the land and the finer things in life. He enjoyed fresh produce from his own farms, as well as delicacies imported from abroad. The following sections will delve into the specifics of Washington's diet, exploring his favorite dishes, the influence of his wife Martha, and how his food choices reflected the broader colonial context. Martha Washington played a significant role in managing the household and ensuring that the meals were both delicious and reflective of their status. We will uncover the stories behind the meals served at Mount Vernon, his fondness for particular ingredients, and the social customs that dictated dining etiquette in his time. Mount Vernon was not just a home, it was a working estate that provided much of the food consumed by the Washington family. This exploration offers a unique perspective on the life of a historical icon, revealing the human side of a man often perceived as larger than life. Through his culinary choices, we see a man who valued tradition, family, and the pleasures of a well-prepared meal. Through this culinary lens, we gain a deeper understanding of George Washington, not just as a president, but as a man with distinct tastes and preferences. His dining habits offer a rare glimpse into his personal life, away from the public eye. His love for certain dishes, his adherence to social customs, and his occasional indulgences paint a more complete picture of this complex and influential figure. These details help us appreciate the man behind the legend. So let us embark on this culinary journey, discovering the flavors and traditions that shape the dining experiences of George Washington. Through this exploration, we connect with the past and understand the cultural and historical context that influenced one of America's greatest leaders. If you enjoyed this glimpse into George Washington's table, don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating historical culinary journeys. Mount Vernon, Washington's beloved estate, was not only a center of political activity, but also a bustling culinary hub, where the art of cooking and the science of sustenance were practiced daily. The kitchens at Mount Vernon were constantly abuzz with activity, preparing meals for the Washington family, their guests, and the numerous enslaved people who worked tirelessly on the estate. These kitchens were the heart of the home, where the aroma of freshly prepared food filled the air. The daily rhythm of meals provided structure and sustenance to the vibrant community that called Mount Vernon home. Each meal was a testament to the hard work and dedication of those who toiled in the kitchen. A typical day at Mount Vernon began with breakfast around 7 a.m., a relatively simple affair compared to the more elaborate midday dinner. This early meal was essential for starting the day on the right foot. Breakfast often consisted of tea, coffee, and perhaps some meat or bread. These simple yet hearty foods provided the necessary energy for the day's tasks. Chocolate, a popular beverage at the time, might also have been served, adding a touch of luxury to the morning routine. This morning meal provided fuel for the day's activities, whether it be managing the estate, attending to political matters, or engaging in social calls. The energy from breakfast was crucial for the productivity of the day. The main meal of the day, dinner, was served around 3 p.m. This was the highlight of the culinary day at Mount Vernon. This was a much more formal and elaborate affair, often consisting of multiple courses. Each course was carefully prepared and presented, showcasing the culinary skills of the kitchen staff. Meat, vegetables, and desserts were staples of the dinner table, accompanied by a variety of beverages, including wine, porter, and beer. These meals were not just about sustenance, but also about socializing and enjoying the finer things in life. The preparation and service of these meals were overseen by enslaved staff, a stark reminder of the complex social dynamics of the era. Their labor was integral to the functioning of the estate. The evenings at Mount Vernon might conclude with tea or coffee, a more relaxed and informal gathering compared to the midday dinner. This was a time to unwind and reflect on the day's events. This provided an opportunity for conversation and relaxation after a long day. It was a moment to connect with family and friends, sharing stories and experiences. The culinary activities at Mount Vernon, from the simple breakfasts to the grand dinners, offer a glimpse into the daily life and social customs of the era. These meals were more than just food. They were a reflection of the culture and values of the time. George Washington's personal food preferences reflected a blend of simplicity and refinement, a true testament to his character and lifestyle. While he appreciated the bounty of his estate and enjoyed hearty traditional dishes that were staples of the colonial diet, he also had a taste for finer things, such as imported wines and luxurious desserts, which added a touch of elegance to his meals. This balance of simple and sophisticated tastes reveals a man who appreciated both the comforts of home and the elegance of high society, seamlessly blending the two in his daily life. One of Washington's notable preferences was his fondness for fish, a common yet cherished part of his diet. He particularly enjoyed cod, a staple of colonial diets, which was often prepared in various ways to suit his taste. Surprisingly, he even indulged in cod for breakfast on occasion, a testament to his love for this particular fish and its versatility in meals. This preference for fish stood out amongst his generally unfussy palate, showcasing a specific culinary inclination that was both practical and enjoyable. Beyond fish, Washington's diet included a variety of meats, vegetables, and desserts, reflecting the diverse food landscape of colonial America and his openness to different flavors. He enjoyed the fruits of his own estate, consuming fresh produce from the gardens and orchards of Mount Vernon, which provided a rich array of seasonal ingredients. This farm-to-table approach, though not termed as such at the time, provided him with access to fresh seasonal ingredients that were both nutritious and flavorful. While Washington enjoyed the simple pleasures of locally sourced ingredients, he also appreciated the finer things in life, creating a balanced and varied diet. His fondness for Madeira wine, a luxurious import from Portugal, and his enjoyment of desserts like ice cream demonstrate a taste for indulgence that complemented his simpler preferences. This balance of simple and refined tastes makes his culinary preferences all the more intriguing, offering a glimpse into the sophisticated yet grounded nature of one of America's founding fathers. Among Washington's favorite dishes, hoe cakes held a special place. These simple cornmeal pancakes, often served with butter and honey, were a staple of colonial cuisine. Washington's enjoyment of hoe cakes reflects his appreciation for traditional, locally sourced food. This preference for simple yet satisfying fare provides a glimpse into his down-to-earth nature. Hoe cakes were a versatile dish, easily prepared with readily available ingredients. Cornmeal, a staple crop in colonial America, formed the base of these pancakes. The addition of butter and honey elevated the simple dish, adding a touch of sweetness and richness. This combination of flavors and textures likely appealed to Washington's palate. The popularity of hoe cakes in colonial times stemmed from their affordability and ease of preparation. They were a common food for both the wealthy and the enslaved, showcasing their widespread appeal. Washington's enjoyment of this humble dish demonstrates his connection to the broader culinary landscape of his time. Washington's preference for hoe cakes also reflects his appreciation for the bounty of his own estate. The cornmeal used to make these pancakes likely came from the fields of Mount Vernon, further emphasizing his farm-to-table approach to dining. This connection to the land and its produce underscores his appreciation for self-sufficiency and local ingredients. Martha Washington's impact on George's diet was, well, quite significant. She brought with her a rich tradition of Southern cooking, which included hearty stews, roasted meats, and an array of pies and pastries. Her recipes, many of which were passed down through generations, became staples in the Washington household. Martha's meticulous attention to detail and her passion for cooking ensured that meals were not only delicious, but also reflective of the couple's status and hospitality. So really, it's safe to say that Martha's culinary skills played a crucial role in shaping the dining experiences at Mount Vernon. Ah, ice cream. Even in the 18th century, it was a delightful treat. George Washington, it turns out, had quite the sweet tooth for this frozen dessert. Records show that he spent a significant sum on ice cream during the summer months. Imagine, in an era without modern refrigeration, the effort it took to enjoy such a luxury. But for Washington, it was worth every penny. He even had special ice cream pots imported from Europe to indulge in this creamy delight. Colonial cuisine was more than just sustenance. It was a reflection of social customs and hospitality. Meals were often elaborate affairs, showcasing the host's wealth and status. George Washington, ever the statesman, understood the importance of these social gatherings. His table was always abundant, featuring a variety of meats, vegetables, and, of course, wine. Dining with Washington was not just about the food. It was an experience, a display of colonial elegance and etiquette. Interestingly, some of the food trends we see today have roots in Washington's time. Farm-to-table dining, for instance, was a necessity back then. Washington's Mount Vernon estate was largely self-sufficient, producing much of the food consumed by his household. Fresh local ingredients were the norm, not the exception. This emphasis on quality and sustainability is something we continue to value in modern culinary practices. George Washington's culinary preferences have left a lasting legacy. His love for diverse and high-quality foods mirrored his broader vision for a prosperous and thriving nation. Today, we can still find inspiration in his approach to food, valuing local produce, enjoying the occasional indulgence, and recognizing the power of a shared meal. Washington's table was a place of unity, conversation, and above all, great food. His legacy lives on, not just in history books, but in our kitchens and dining rooms.